I want to talk to you about the expedited sprinter van load boards that you have to consider this year if you want to really beef up your load program. Okay, so number one, I want to share with you the load boards that you want to pay attention to. Number one, you have Expedite load board. So when you think about Expedite load board, you have a tool that allows you to have instant access to 50,000 plus Expedite loads monthly. So that's kind of consequential. 50,000. And so this tool is really good. It is industry trusted. It is very easy to use. So if you're looking for expedited deliveries with cargo vans, sprinter vans, and box trucks, you want to go with the Expedite load board. Okay, and you are able to whether you are an independent contractor, own your small expediting company, or you run a freight company with many drivers, basically. Expedite load board has the solution that you really need. Okay, you simply log in on a computer or a mobile device for instant access to thousands of expedite loads near you. And the cool thing about this tool is that you are able to load information and company contact. You can actually see load information and company contact information in a simple, hassle-free free load board. That's pretty easy to navigate and really understand. So that's really good. And the cool thing about the Expedite load board when it comes to the top 5 expedited sprinter van load boards is that basically you have a tool that really can speak to carriers, can speak to brokers. So you have the possibility to actually interact with a broker via the platform. Okay. In terms of pricing, I want you to look right now on the screen. So Expedite load boards actually will set you back $50 or $100 depending upon the pricing tier that you choose. So $50, you actually this is the basic Expediter plan, and if you want to subscribe to Expedite Pro, you have to really pay $100 per month. Okay, now there is a possibility to actually to pay less, to have a discount if you accept yearly billing. Okay, now at the Pro plan, you can access way more loads. So at the basic Expediter plan, you are accessing 25 to 50,000 loads monthly for a sprinter van and cargo vans. And at the Pro plan, you have access to more than 70,000 loads monthly for sprinter, cargo, and cargo van, but also box trucks. So that's pretty good. If you're looking for the top 5 expedited sprinter van load boards, I want you to think about that. And that actually does a great job when it comes to a sprinter van expediting, because you have basically a set of tools and capabilities to actually beef up your sprinter van business real fast. Okay, so basically you are able to find a load real fast. You're able to deliver. You're able to make money, and you're able to rinse and repeat. Okay. So with that, you can find the expedited loads for sprinter vans you are looking for. You want to tap into the most powerful on-demand freight marketplace. I mean, that has a wonderful freight marketplace. Not just, by the way, not just for expedited sprinter van loads though, but in today's conversation, we're speaking about that particularly. And you also have through that, you can negotiate the best rates each and every time. Okay, so bottom line is you can find the expedited loads for sprinter vans you're looking for. You have actually a lot of possibilities in terms of pricing. Speaking of pricing, I want you to look right now on the screen. Here is the pricing for that. And so for $49, that's the starting price. You are able to find expedited loads for sprinter vans today. And one thing I want to say also is that when you think about that, I want you to really think about the fact that the user interface is really fantastic. The user experience is really fantastic. The UX and UI have been thought through deeply. Okay, and so basically beyond expedited sprinter van loads, you also have all kinds of loads. For instance, freight trips that span between 1,200 miles to 850 miles or fewer are typically best suited for expedited sprinter vans. And sprinter van expediting transit times are faster than, let's say, standard LTL or full truckload vehicles. So this is something to really think about. But overall, that is a pretty powerful solution when it comes to expedited sprinter van load boards. if you're looking for the top expedited sprint event load boards, I want you to consider TruckStop today. Okay, and TruckStop does a great job in terms of helping you find expedited loads that keep your business moving forward on the load board with the largest volume of high quality loads in one single source. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So when you think about TruckStop, think about tens of thousands of expedited loads on the daily and counting. So this is really good. And what you will love with TruckStop is that they are pretty granular. Now they're a little more expensive, by the way. They're more expensive than say Dot or Expedite load board. As a matter of fact, I want you to look right now on the screen. So here's the pricing for TruckStop as of the date of this show. So you have the basic, the advanced, and the pro. So the pro, they're charging you $159 per month. Now at this price, you better have like a fully functioning, a fully profitable sort of expedited sprinter van business. Otherwise, you can't really afford it, right? So, I mean, of course, they want you. They're saying like this is the best value, but really, you don't need to have the pro unless you have revenue that justify that level. Okay. But the cool thing is on TruckStop, basically, you have a possibility to access a feature called Book It Now, which is really a feature of the TruckStop load board that removes the time-consuming roadblocks that stand in the way of getting on the road. So brokers you trust give you access to Book It Now loads. Okay, you have you see all load information upfront, so load details are accurate and up to date. So especially for expedited sprinter van loads, you want to have granularity of data. Okay, you see the rate before you book the load, and you also get a rate confirmation in seconds. So it's one of those things where, from a revenue management point of view, you'll be pleased because TruckStop does a job for you. So the TruckStop load board for expedited freight is like having a fast lane just for you. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So not only is the TruckStop load board an important planning tool, so you don't waste time finding loads, it's really one of the best solutions you need to make smart business decisions. So like TruckStop goes way beyond expedited sprinter van loads to actually give you an all-in-one solution. So something to think about. If you're looking for the top 5 expedited sprinter van load boards, I want you to think about my virtual fleet. And this is actually a pretty my virtual fleet is not is not really well known, but they've been kicking ass for the last few years. By the way, as a matter of fact, during COVID, they were really popular too. So basically, with my virtual fleet, you have a platform that really serves you regardless of the number of sprinter vans that you have. If you have one vehicle or a fleet of sprinter vans, you can actually get expedited sprinter van loads on this platform, my virtual fleet. Okay, and so this is a company that serves brokers, carriers, drivers, or independent contractors. This is kind of cool. You can use my virtual fleet to get loads to increase your productivity and efficiency. Their load boards are essentially digital job boards, so you can constantly keep up to date and share your details with others. Okay, so that's really important. So in terms of the use cases for my virtual fleet, you have street trucks, you have cargo vans, you have sprinter vans. Okay, and if you have any question, it's always better to contact the company. I mean, usually those expedited load boards, expedited sprinter van load boards, they just want you to contact people via email. It's pretty rare for them to have let's say to have a phone number unless you are at the priciest tiers. But with expedited sprinter van load boards, you want to have granularity of data. That's for sure, and that's what my virtual fleet actually gives to you. So if you have questions, you can actually complete an online form, or you can call 760-212-0015. Again, the number is 760-212-0015. So call them and ask all questions. They'll answer you. But yeah, so in terms of expedited sprinter van load boards, basically my virtual fleet is pretty good because they actually cater to a diverse area of use cases, and also they cater to a diverse area of constituencies. So you have carriers, you have drivers. Okay, so this is kind of cool. And on my virtual fleet, you have the possibility to actually rinse and repeat. In other words, you can sign contracts with a shipper that you like, and you can just keep doing expedited sprinter van loads for them. If you're looking for the top 5 expedited sprinter van load boards, I want you to think about direct freight services. And this is actually another wonderful load board for expedited sprinter van loads, okay? And the cool thing about this platform is that they are constantly updating new loads every single minute, okay? This is updated by the minute, so you have the possibility. And by the way, this is actually nationwide, so it doesn't matter where you are at, you will find an expedited load, that the expedited sprinter van load that suits your vehicle, okay? And you have all kinds of awesome features when you consider direct freight services. So you have load and truck searching, you have load and truck posting, you have credit scores, which are really important if you want to have a little bit of the financial profile of a freight broker, for instance. So credit scores, you have full credit reports, you have days to pay. So this is really good in terms of revenue management. You have broker authority, bond and insurance info. You have deadhead miles and trip miles. Okay. You also have a turn-by-turn truck specific routing. This is kind of cool. You have email alerts. You have custom columns and categories. So this is kind of cool in terms of let's say in terms of flexibility. You have also improved alert scheduling, private loads, improved load filtering. You have private load information. So that's kind of cool also from a flexibility point of view. You have store and send documents. You have text alerts, and you have notes. So this is pretty granular, okay? So the thing is that when you think about direct freight services, you have an app that actually lets you as a driver, search more than 300 to 400,000 loads daily from reputable brokers and shippers on the direct freight network. So of course, not all of them will be expedited sprinter van loads, but you do have a good margin there. I mean, think about it, 300 to 400,000 loads daily. You'll be able to find maybe 10% or 20%. Based on our investigation, 20% of the loads on direct freight services are for expedited sprinter van loads. So this is pretty good. So if you think about 300, 20% of 300 is about 60,000, which is pretty consequential anyway when you really think about it. I mean, 400,000, 20%, that's 80,000. So give or take, you have 60,000 to 80,000 loads for expedited sprinter vans. Fantastic. So when you think about expedited sprinter van load boards, what kind of strategies should you be actually implementing this year? How do you find the best freight for your sprinter van, especially when it comes to expedited freight? So if you are looking to make money with expedited sprinter van, you probably noticed that it's not exactly easy to find work, right? Especially when you are in the niche of expedited sprinter van loads. So many popular load boards are designed with freight and semi-truckers in mind, and few, if any, post sprinter van and cargo van loads. But fret not, there are ways and workarounds to make money. So let me give you the top 3 best ways to find expedited sprinter van loads today. First of all, you want to sign with an expedited sprinter van expediting company, okay? And the sprinter van expedite company is focused on moving small loads quickly, usually providing their shippers overnight or same-day delivery, with many offering 24-hour service for pickup and drop-off. You may also find these companies listing their services as emergency freight on an expedited load board, and most expedited cargo van loads or sprinter van loads are actually local or regional deliveries. And some expeditors pay a percentage of load revenue, while others pay per mile. So whereas many full freight truckers make an average, let's say, of 40 cents per mile, sprinter van loads can pay as much as $1 to $2 or more per mile. However, this loads usually involve significant deadhead and may require you to be on call at odd hours. So make sure to plan your routes and loads accordingly. So if you are a driver familiar with expedited sprinter van jobs, you know which one offers, which offer to pass on. So don't tell yourself actually that you can do everything, okay? Don't sell yourself short. Also, if a job will put you in a bad spot to get a load home, it may not be worth it really. So remember that expediting companies expect you will have capacity for 2 or 3 pallets. Make sure your cargo or sprinter van jobs match your carrying capacity before signing with an expediter. So this is something you really think about. Also, you have to really understand that a lot of drivers are trying to pivot and focus on local cargo van delivery as a courier, but these are essentially the messenger boys of the modern era. So even in cities like Chicago or New York, shippers are often choosing vehicles over bike delivery. So you have a lot of possibilities there. Okay, so something to really think about. You also have other companies that specialize like they specialized when it comes to they specialize in expedited sprinter van sort of freight. So let me give you a few extras here. One thing you need to really understand is that when you think about the top 5 expedited sprinter van loads, you have to know how those load boards actually work, okay? Expedited sprinter van load boards are online platforms where shippers post available loads that need to be transported quickly. And sprinter van owners or drivers can then search through these listings and find loads that match their route and schedule. And once a load is accepted, the shipper and driver can communicate directly through the platform to coordinate pickup and delivery details. And some load boards rather, also offer features like real-time tracking and payment processing to streamline the entire process. So that's pretty fantastic from a granularity point of view. And so what are the benefits of using expedited sprinter van load boards? Well, there are a lot of benefits. For starters, these platforms provide access to a wide range of available loads from various shippers, increasing your chances of finding back-to-back loads or high-paying freight, right? Additionally, load boards make it very easy to manage your business by actually providing all necessary information in one place. So when I'm speaking about all information in one place, I'm speaking about load details, contact information, and payment terms. So the convenience actually that comes with it saves time and allows you to focus on driving and delivering loads. So bottom line, if you want to maximize your success on expedited sprinter van load boards, you want to make sure that you optimize your profiles and stay active on the platform. Be sure to complete your profile with accurate information about, let's say, your vehicle, your insurance coverage, and availability. Keep your schedule up to date so shippers know when you are available for new loads, especially expedited sprinter van loads. Additionally, check the load board regularly for new postings about expedited sprinter van freight and report. You want to actually respond promptly to any inquiries or offers. So building positive relationships with shippers can lead to repeat business and referrals in the future. Okay, so expedited sprinter van load boards are valuable tools for connecting drivers with shippers in need of fast transportation services. So by really understanding how these platforms work and leveraging their benefits effectively, you can actually maximize your success as a sprinter van owner or driver. So whether you are looking for if you are looking for filling empty miles or expanding your client base, using an expedited sprinter van load board can help you achieve your goals efficiently and profitably. So this is kind of really, really great. So in conclusion to this conversation, I'll share with you the top 5 expedited sprinter van load boards. So I give you the load boards, the strategy, and now the extras. In terms of the load boards, you have Expedite load board, that you have a TruckStop, you have My Virtual Fleet, and you have Direct Freight Services. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.